Today let us see the very important one of the topic in semiconductor, that is the application of PN diode. That is nothing but called as ordinary diode. One of the important application is it is used as a rectifier. So what is a rectifier? Which converts alternating current to direct current. But whatever we are getting this direct current, it is not in the form of pure DC. You know, this is your pure DC. But what we got at the output of rectifier, that is nothing but it is somehow a rippled DC. This is nothing but called as a rippled DC. Okay, DC in which part of AC is present, that is called as a rippled DC, or even you can call it as impure DC. Okay, fine. So there are two types of rectifiers are used. So what are those? One is half wave rectifier and the other is called as full wave rectifier. So half wave rectifier we are using one diode, whereas in the case of full wave rectifier it is again of two types. One is called as center tapped rectifier, the other is called as bridge rectifier. So let us see first the half wave rectifier, how it will be. See, you have to take the center tapped, step down transformer. So, and you connect one diode across it. This is nothing but your load resistor, across which you are going to take the output. So this is your step down transformer and this is your load resistor, this is diode, this is its anode and this is nothing but its cathode. This is nothing but your AC input. You are going to take the output across it. Fine. Now what will happen when you are giving this AC input across the secondary terminal of the transformer, when you are getting your positive half of the input? You know, this is nothing but your AC input. Fine. Okay. So this is with respect to omega t. This is your voltage or current. You are getting it as output. So here you are giving this as AC input. So I am considering this is voltage or current of my AC input. So during this positive half cycle, what will happen? Your anode will become positive and the cathode will be negative. Now what will happen? Your diode will become forward biased. You know, when your diode will forward biased, it acts like a short circuit, or it will allow the current to pass through it. So whatever you are giving, you will get across the output like this. This you will get at the output, voltage or current which you are finding across the output. Okay, you are getting. Now second, when the negative half of the AC input will come, what will happen? Now your this terminal, it becomes negative and it becomes positive. Now see, when it is negative, the negative is connected to anode, positive is connected to cathode. So obviously your diode is a reverse bias. When the diode is reverse bias, it acts as a open switch. So when it acts as an open switch, then whatever you give the input, it will not appear across the output. So nothing is present here. Again the same process repeated. For the next positive half cycle, the diode will be forward biased and you are able to get this waveform. For again negative half cycle, it will be nothing. So this is the case when your diode D1 is forward bias. This is D1 reverse bias. This is same D1 forward bias, same D1 reverse bias. You are getting this output. Okay. So this is the operation of the half wave rectifier. So what is the speciality of this? It only rectifies the half of AC input. Now my question arises, will you get only half of the input, means only positive? No, it's not like that. Even you can get only half of the negative input. How is it? Now just imagine I'll change the polarity of this diode. Instead of this, I'll connect like this. Now what will be my output? You see, for the positive half cycle of AC input, first half cycle of AC input, what will happen? Your positive is given to anode and your negative is given to the cathode. Now if this is the case, the positive, this is terminal, this is cathode and this is your anode. The positive is given to cathode, negative is given to anode. So now the diode is forward biased. So what you will get? Your diode is now reverse biased, D1 diode. So what is the output you will get? Nothing, 0. Now go to the next positive negative half cycle of AC input. For that, it is top negative, it is bottom. Now negative is connected to cathode, positive is connected to anode. For such case, you will get the negative half across your, which one? It is unidirectional, so it will give your negative. Similarly, another case you will get the negative. What about the positive? Here only your diode D1 is forward biased. It is D1 is reverse biased. D1 is forward biased. So it is matters how the way you have given the connection. Sometimes in some competitive exams, they will give the connections like this. And they have shown the waveforms at the output. You need to find out what will be the output according to the connections. Okay, fine. Now, next is, what is the efficiency of this? The efficiency formula, it is nothing but PDC by PAC. And it is calculated that the value for half wave rectifier, it is 40.6%. Clear? And what is the RMS value? I RMS equal to, that is I peak by 2. And what is your ripple factor? This is called as a ripple factor. And the ripple factor is found to be 1.21 and 1.21 percentage. So what is ripple factor? It is nothing but your IDC component, IAC by IDC. What are the ripple components present at the output divided by the DC component? Now if you compare this, how much you are finding? 1.21. If you convert it into the percentage, then it will be 121%. Now you just imagine your ripples are dominating the AC. So it is not that type or that good rectifier. So hence we are shifting from half wave rectifier to the full wave rectifier. Now make the heading full wave rectifier. Now I already told there are two types of full wave rectifier. One is called as center tapped. The other one it is called as bridge rectifier. In center tap we are using 2 diode. In bridge we are using the 4 diode. Now what is the meaning of full wave rectifier? Full wave rectifier is a device which used to convert the complete AC cycle of the input to the DC. Means in AC cycle you are finding one positive and one negative. While converting into DC, you are able to convert both the positive as well as the negative half cycle into the DC output. Hence it is called as full wave rectifier. Now there is the case, question will come to your mind, why you are using 2 diodes here, why you are using the 4 diodes here. I'll explain one by one. In this lecture, I'll explain about the center tapped rectifier, full wave rectifier. Then in my next video, I'll explain about the bridge rectifier. After the completion of this, I'll show the comparison between the two. Why bridge rectifier is mostly preferred compared to the center tapped rectifier? Because here it is economical, you are using 2 diodes. Here you are using more diodes, means your cost or expensive it will be. But still then it is preferred. There is certain advantage behind it. That's what you are preferring. What are those advantages? We will see it later. Now let us see the center tap rectifier. See, as the name indicates center tapped, so you are know that we are converting in every case it is to step down. But here at the center point of the secondary transformer, it is exactly tapped in such a way that top of the term and bottom of the terms should remain same. Number of turns. Okay, fine. So let us see this. Let this be your AC input you are giving. This is your primary winding. Now this is your secondary winding. See, I am taking 3 exactly at the center I am taking. So that top will be 1, bottom will be 1. Here you connect one diode. Here you connect another diode. Your a resistor, load resistor you connect at the center. This is D1. This is a D2. Now let us see the operation, how the way it works. So during the positive half cycle of AC input, same way you can take the inputs. This is nothing but the AC inputs. You are giving your voltage or current. This is your input you are giving with respect to omega t. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. This is the input you are taking. Now, when you are giving positive with respect to this, here it will also be positive, negative, again positive, negative. Now, you can observe carefully. This is your anode, this is your cathode. Anode means positive, cathode means negative. Now, you can check your first D1, the anode is connected to positive. This negative it is coming connected to cathode. Now, here this positive is coming here given to cathode and here negative is given to anode. So, you know that forward biasing when your positive supply is given to anode and negative is given to cathode, that is called as forward biasing. So, hence your diode D1 is forward biased, whereas D2 is reverse biased. So, due to the forward biasing of the diode D1, the half of AC input will be transferred to the output. So, hence, how you will get the output? This is nothing but for one, D1 forward bias and D2 reverse bias. Clear? Now, come to the next half cycle, that is negative half of AC input. So, when you go for negative half of input, this will be negative, this will be positive. If it is negative, then alternately this will be positive, this will be negative. Now, see the second sign mark. When negative is given to anode and here positive is coming to here cathode. So, obviously D1 is a reverse bias. Now, coming to your diode D2, here anode is given positive, this negative is coming here to cathode. So, D2 is forward biased. So, when D2 is forward biased, now what will happen? Your negative is appeared on the output. For what condition? At that time, D2 will be forward biased and D1 are reverse biased. Now, this is the cumulative process. It's keep on repeating. So, for which you will find every alternate positive and negative half cycles will be appeared across the output. For which, this case, D1 forward biased. This is D2 forward bias. Similarly, D1 forward bias. This is D2 forward bias. This process keep on repeating, for which both the half cycle of the AC input transferred to the output. Hence the name full wave rectifier. Now let us see the direction of current. When this is forward bias, what you find the direction current is this. When this is forward bias, what you find the direction of current? Both you are seeing both in the same direction or not? We already mentioned the direction of current. It always flows from anode towards the cathode. So, hence you are finding both the direction in same. We already discussed that semiconductor diode, it is nothing but a unidirectional bipolar solid state semiconductor device. So, unidirectional, its current flows in only one direction. Okay, fine. This is about the operation. Now, let us see the efficiency. What is efficiency? That is nothing but PDC by PAC. And what it is, they have found that it is just double the efficiency of half wave rectifier. What is the efficiency of half wave rectifier? 40.6. Double of it, how much it will be? 81.2. So, its efficiency is 81.2%. And what is the value of the IRMS? IRMS equal to IM, that is nothing but your I peak. You can write divided by √2. Next, coming to ripple factor, how much it is? It is nothing but IAC by IDC, and here they have found it 0.846. It's far better. If you take the percentage, it will be 84%. Okay. So, only 84% ripple is present. Okay. Whereas in the case of half wave rectifier, it is 121%. 121%. So, highly dominating factor. So, it is far better rectification process compared to your half wave rectifier. Hence, full wave rectifier is highly preferred compared to your, that too, center tap rectifier is highly preferred in comparison to your half wave rectifier. Okay? Okay, friends. If you have any doubts, please mention in the comment. Take care. Bye-bye.